Behaviorism, also known as behavioral psychology, is a theory of learning based on the idea that all behaviors are acquired through conditioning. Conditioning occurs through interaction with the environment. Behaviorists believe that our responses to environmental stimuli shape our actions. Here in this example, you see a toy poodle that is not interacting with the environment with no stimulus. Strict behaviorists believed that any person can potentially be trained to perform any task regardless of genetic background, personality traits, and internal thoughts within the limits of their physical capabilities. It only requires the right conditioning. There are two types of conditioning, classical and operant. Classical conditioning is a technique frequently used in behavioral training in which a neutral stimulus is paired with a naturally occurring stimulus. Eventually, the neutral stimulus comes to evoke the same response as the naturally occurring stimulus, even without the naturally occurring stimulus presenting itself. In this example, we see a neutral stimulus, such as a leash, evoking a response to a naturally occurring stimulus, such as leaving home, going outside, or even tail wagging. Over time, this toy poodle has learned to associate me picking up the leash with leaving. Here is a second example of a neutral stimulus, the sound of my purse closing, evoking a similar response from Nala. Operant conditioning is a method of learning that occurs through reinforcements and punishments. Through operant conditioning, an association is made between the behavior and a consequence for that behavior. Here we take a look at operant conditioning through positive reinforcement. Here, Nala is introduced to the ball but shows no interest. Next, an attempt is made to see if she will fetch the ball. Positive reinforcers are favorable events or outcomes that are presented after the behavior. In positive reinforcement situations, a response or behavior is strengthened by the addition of praise or a direct reward. Desirable result follows an action, the behavior becomes more likely to occur again in the future. Responses followed by adverse outcomes, on the other hand, become less likely to happen again in the future. Some strengths and some weaknesses of behaviorism. Advantages are that it shapes behavior quickly, the learner adapts to the environment, behavior can be measured. Some disadvantages are that internalized reasoning may not be an outcome, the learner adapts to a poor environment, and behavior measured may not be a true picture of understanding.